we go again. Let's put the glasses on so I can see what's going on. Oh, there we go. Okay, Coach Dave here, Accordion Cool. And that first tune may have given you a little hint as to what today's theme is. Today's theme is Latin tunes, and of course that first one, Bésame Mucho. Bésame Mucho was written in 1940 by a 16-year-old girl named Consuelo Vasquez in Mexico. Now, Bésame Mucho, I'm not exactly sure the correct translation, but it either means love me much or kiss me much or something to that effect. Well, Consuelo, after she wrote the song, had to admit that she had never been kissed at 16 years old. But I would imagine that in the past 80 years or so she probably made up for the lack of being kissed. And I believe that song is in the Mexican Grammy Hall of Fame. It's one of the classic jazz tunes. 1933 is our next tune. Now, this song is interesting. Came from a movie called Flying Down to Rio. Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers danced to this song in the movie. Why did they do that, you say? Well, this song, somebody had decided was going to be the next big dance craze. And so I figure, who better to have, dance to the song than Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire? Guess what? Didn't work. Nice little tone. The song has persevered. Never became the big dance craze, but it's a little tune called Karaoke. So let's see what it sounds like. Karaoke, Flying Down to Rio. I guess they didn't get far enough. I don't know. Well, this next tune is written by one of probably my most favorite writer of Latin music for the Latin invasion of the late 50s and early 60s. He wrote Girl from Ipanema and many, many other tunes. And no, we're not playing Girl from Ipanema today. This is an Ipanema-free zone just for today, although I play that tune a lot. This tune is called Meditation, 1963, Antonio Carlos Jobim. So. Meditation, Antonio Carlos Jobim. Well, this next tune was written in 1965, and it came from a movie I had never heard of, but it's called The Love Theme from the Sandpiper. So I guess the movie's name was The Sandpiper. It's called The Shadow of Your Smile. Now, I had an interesting incident with this tune way back around that time. Now, back in those days, there were really not a lot of set groups. Fellow would call and say, hey, you know, I got a gig on blah, 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 and can you do it? And yes, I can do it. And many times you would get there and not even know who the other players were. You may never have played with them, even met them before. However, at that time, you had to know a lot of tunes, and everybody played the same tunes. But and whoever was leading the group would just call a tune and you played it. So I was on a gig, and my gig got through early, and I knew a couple of guys playing down the street. So I went down there, and they had a young fellow playing accordion. It was his first gig. Now, he's a nice little player, but he didn't have the experience. So this tune, The Shadow of Your Smile, if you don't know it, you can't fake it. There's some strange chords in this thing. So I'm listening, everything's cool, the kid's doing all right. And then I hear the sax player say, "Shadow of Your Smile." And as soon as I heard that, I reflex action. I said, "Oh no, not that one!" And they looked at, So I creeped out the door. But I honestly don't remember how they got through it. But it's a nice tune, pretty tune, but it's a strange tune. So let's see if I can get through it. The Shadow of Your Smile. The Shadow of Your Smile. Well, I got through it, I guess. I don't know. But, no, it's a pretty tune. It's not one you hear that much nowadays. Of course, none of these that you're hearing today, you hear too much today. But anyway, next tune. It's called The Song of the Trees. I guess that's what the translation is, from 1936, called Poinciana, Song of the Trees. Don't know a lot about the tune. There's not a lot of history. I don't think it came from a show or anything. I think a couple guys just sat down, so let's write a song about trees. I don't know. But Poinciana, here we go. Sienna. Well, looks like we got a little extra time here today, so I got to think of another tune to play. Well, I know I said I wasn't going to play it, but that old girl from Ipanema is tugging at me, so we'll just fill some time with a little Ipanema. Girl from Ipanema. Actually, during the past year, 2023, she passed away. The girl from Ipanema passed away. And I guess at one time the rumor was that she was a television reporter or some kind of reporter. But I guess she really wasn't. She was just like an 18-year-old girl. When Antonio Carlos Jobim and his writing partner were sitting in the cafe, she used to walk by every morning going to the beach. And thus, the song was written about her, and she opened a boutique, I guess, in Ipanema and had a little business there. So the girl is gone, but the song lingers on. Okay, we are down to our last tune now. Now, this tune I really like. I've only been playing it a couple of years. And I don't know a lot about it, and there's not a lot to find out about it. I believe it is from Black Orpheus. Now, Black Orpheus, the big tune, was Day in the Life of a Fool. It should be my theme song, but anyway. So it's called Samba de Orpheus. So it sounds a little like this. Samba de Orpheus. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our little Latin tribute today. I enjoy playing those tunes. Those are great tunes. And even though some of them have some real crazy chord changes and you got to stay on your toes, it's just a lot of fun to play them. So I want to thank y'all for watching, tuning in today. However you get this show, whether it's on TV or listen on the radio, wherever you find me, I enjoy your listening. So, and we're going to say, bring those young'uns in, let them hear this music. There's no place that they can hear this music today, and it's such a shame that, well, with all due respect to Taylor Swift, I don't think she'll be doing any of these tunes. So, Coach Dave, oh, and of course, the big guy behind the glass, Austin Ricketts. As I've said many times, if I sound good, it's up to him. If I don't sound good, it must be the instrument or something's malfunctioning. I can't think of any other reason. So let's take it home with a little more Samba de Orpheus.